remember how miserable I am playing so much. Hi, my name is Asaf, and I am the CEO of Pico.Buzz, an in-stadium fan engagement and CRM platform. Now, I know these are all very big words, but in fact, our mission is to help sports teams to make more money. Think about the Busch Stadium, the home of the St. Louis Cardinals. Anyone here is a Cardinal fan? Come on, guys. Cool. I know, like us, there are 3 million fans coming to see the Cardinals every year. We have two problems with these fans. The first one is that they're posting tons of content to social networks from inside the stadium, but the team can't really get connected to this content because they're usually not like inside. The second problem would be that the team doesn't really know a lot about these 3 million fans. I want to introduce you to Lauren. Lauren is a huge Cardinal fan, and I first met her while I was testing the product on a real Cardinal game. I'm going to use her in order to show you how we are connecting these moving parts of how do you see and use the content, alongside with learning and interacting better with your fans, to create a whole picture that will actually allow you to monetize your fans better. So I want to start by showing you how we are actually discovering the content. The only thing our algorithm needs is to know when and in which stadium the game was. Then we immediately show you all the content everybody posted from inside the stadium, regardless if it was tagged or not. The only thing left for you to do as a team is to choose the content you like the most. I chose some content, and then I saw Lauren's picture pops out. I thought it was very authentic, so I edited it. And from that point, I could start using the content. I want to create this real-time engagement during the game. So the first thing I could do is to create a live slideshow on the stadium big screen from the fans' content. According to our client metrics, this presentation on the stadium generates 5 times more content from the fans just because they want to see themselves on screen. That shows us that people are actually looking at this presentation. And this is a huge business opportunity for the team to actually sell sponsorship and monetize this presentation. Besides that, they can also have commercials and slideshows between our slideshows and pictures, so there's another way of monetizing that. The second thing you can do is to take all the pictures you like and create a Facebook album out of it inside the Cardinals Facebook page. Now, this goes into creating more virality and social effect around the game, and each one of the pictures have lots of meaningful features, lots of meaningful properties. So we have a link to the original post. We also have the caption inside. But you could also add your own link and your text. You can redirect people to your website or your merchandise store or ticket website. You can add your own hashtags, and obviously you can add your logo, one of your sponsor logos, as a watermark here. A very important feature is the fact that we are notifying the fan whenever we're using their content. So on Lauren's original post, you will see a post from the Cardinals saying, "Hey Lauren, we really liked your picture. It's now being featured in our Facebook page. See you next game." You can click here to see that. Imagine how excited she's going to be knowing that the Cardinals actually shows her picture. You can pretty much do the same thing in your website. With just one line of code, you can embed a gallery of all the fans' content in your website. The same thing happening here. We are notifying the fans that this happened, and you can expect many more impressions to your website because people will come to look for themselves. Now, this is also the first piece of the puzzle of how do we see and how do we use this content. The next piece of the puzzle would be, how do we actually learn more about these fans? And this is why we created the Fan Analyzer. Because we are exposed to lots of content, we are also exposed to lots of profiles. We are saving these profiles in our databases, and we analyze them, providing meaningful insights and profiles about our fans. This is how I found Lauren, this is how she looks in our platform. This is the content she posted. But I can also tell you that she's been to 9 different Cardinals games in the last 9 months. I could also tell you lots of meaningful things about her, like what she likes, what her interests, all that. The idea around that is to have action items for you, like recommendations to offer seasonal tickets, alongside with giving you the ability to actually take this data and export it into your CRM platform to make sure you actually know these fans better. The last piece of this puzzle would be how we can actually interact directly with Lauren, offer her specific things which are specific for her. And this is why we launched our Facebook Messenger bot. The idea around the bot is that because we have so much data about the fans, and we can segment it very slightly, how do we actually send them segmented notifications, segmented offers? In this example, I chose to send a specific message only to the fans that are currently inside the stadium, which actually have an offer for buying tickets and t-shirts from the merchandise store discounted. The bot count is an out-of-the-box interesting feature which actually allows him to answer any sports-related question that the team could be asked, like what was the score, when was the last game, who won, who was the MVP. But the interesting thing is that once the bot identifies an action item question, like when is the next game, he will answer that, but he will also already give a buy now button. So the user will be actually directed to the ticket website to buy the product, to buy the tickets. Now, from all this long product presentation, I want you to remember a few things. The first, your fans doesn't need to download the app. The second, they don't need to hashtag anything. The only thing they need to do is to continue and do what they're doing anyhow, which is posting content on social networks about the team and about the game. In terms of integration, it's a seamless integration. It literally takes 2 minutes to set up everything in our platform and start working with it. And the real value is that we're actually making you money. I want to break it down for a second to show you what I mean by making money. We have 3 funnels. The first one would be money in terms of engagement. We all know it's very hard to put a price tag to how much a like or a share on Facebook or how much an eye on the screen actually worth in the real life. So let's take the averages. When the Cardinal posts something, they averagely receive 1,500 engagement items. Let's say each one of them worth $1. So you get $1,500 from this engagement. But in terms of real selling, tickets, if you sell 50 tickets, right, outside of those 43,000 people you have at the stadium, and you use our platform to sell 50 tickets at the average price of $36 a ticket, you get $1,500 from tickets. Sponsorships. In Israel, we just closed a deal between Samsung and the Israeli Soccer League Management, in which Samsung is actually sponsoring our activity for the league management for 36 games. They're paying $2,800 per game. And this is Israeli. I truly believe that you guys can take much more money for that. If I sum up all these numbers, and these are very conservative, sum it all up and multiply it by the amount of home games you guys have, you literally get $500,000 a season. Easily. Let's talk about client metrics for a second. The product lives like this for the last 6 months. Ever since we had 30 different brands working with it, 16 of them are actually paying. We have done 50 campaigns, and we generated $40,000 in revenues. We were able to provide 5,200 profiles to our clients, increased engagement by 5 times, and generated $60,000 in revenues for our clients. Who are these clients? In the United States, we are already working with some minor league baseball teams. We've done Philadelphia Marathon, and we're working with some venues in the West Coast, in the East Coast area. In Europe, we are working with Universal Music. We work with Sports One, this is the biggest sports broadcaster in Europe, and with Samsung. In Israel, we work with the Israeli Soccer League Management, alongside with some major soccer and basketball teams, and some production companies. This is us. We have an office in Israel, and we also have an office in Philadelphia, ran by my partner here, Matt Finder. We are a team of 3 co-founders, and what you need to know about us is that we are super bootstrapped and we are hustlers. As Tim said, I literally flew 3 days just to get in here. Flight cancellation, layovers, don't ask, I will tell you all about it as a social event. But the important thing is that we will literally do anything legally in order to make this country succeed. For us, we're not looking at the dream of having a huge San Francisco office with 200 people inside and tons of expenses. We are looking to stay small, we're looking to stay fast, we want to grow, and we want to make tons of money. In terms of investment, to date, we've raised almost $400,000, and we participated in 3 important programs. When we were only idea stage, slightly different product, we participated in Startup Bootcamp Israel, which is the biggest accelerator in Europe, the Israeli branch. After that, we realized that the US is a real market for us, and we relocated ourselves for 6 months to Philadelphia, participating in Dream Ventures in 2014. In the last year, in the last summer, we received $200,000 grant from the European Commission as part of the European Parliament's non-equity grant, just to explore Europe as a startup, as a leading startup. And beside that, we raised some money from American investors as well. The question is, why do we even want to be in Stadia? What Stadia can help us with? So the first thing is that we already identified that this type of partnership with this type of investors is the most cost-effective one for the company. But I think that the real proof for that is actually look at this room. Even before having any equity stake in the company. Stadia brought us in front of you guys, tons of clients, tons of potential clients for us, tons of potential sponsors for us, and tons of investors. I really don't need to ask any more than that. Why the business opportunities now? Why do you need to get on stepping right now? First of all, we already started our growth stage, meaning that your fund ain't going to go on learning how to grow, it's going to actually support that. The second thing is that this is the end of 2016 and we are now closing budget for the next year. This is something which will be very helpful to help us close more budget. In terms of the companies, the founders hold 85% of the companies, so we have equity to give, but more importantly, we are looking for these smart board members that will actually help us take it to the next step. My last slide would be about why do I want to be in St. Louis. And it goes again to cost effectiveness. For me, every time I fly here, it's probably going to take around 3 days, as I just learned. But I am in a day drive away from 27 different teams, so it would be very effective being here. Besides that, even in Israel, I heard that there is a racing startup scene. And I know there's more available funds in this area. This is it. I know there's lots of potential clients here in the crowd. We took the liberty to create separate demos for each one of you for the social events. So come visit us and we'll show you how we can help you make more money. Thank you.
If we can get the mics going, anybody with questions, feel free to raise their hands.
So tell me at a high level how that algorithm works.
So it goes to social networks and asks them for data they have around specific times and dates. So that could be the first thing. And then we analyze, we get always the tons of content. And then we go over this content. And we do image recognition. If it's a sports scene, we look for the dominating colors. We will look for text analysis. If it's a tag, if it's the Cardinals, we will look for the Cardinals words. Impression is it positive, is it negative. So it's pretty much process lots of big data in order to generate this feed of content.
And how many sources are you providing?
So we have live work for teams. We usually work with Instagram. We did some testing with Twitter. The teams didn't like it because Twitter was too fast, too much content. We didn't really know how to use that. Instagram is very good because it's very visual. It's very hard to convert everything we said to visual elements. We can do Facebook because Facebook privacy policy is very strict. So most of the thing coming from Instagram. Potentially, if you insist, we can do Twitter as well. It just never came up as a problem because we have more content than we can actually process.
Okay, so primarily it's Instagram.
Yeah.
Is there any other ones other than those that you or Facebook? Is it mostly Instagram? Or
mostly Instagram. Okay.
Wait, it's higher. We got two in here.
So my question's about market share. So right now, if you go to a game, typically you see people on Instagram, photos or at least on the stadium score for right now. So it's a market where there are a lot of players in it. Knowing that the information you're pulling down is data that's publicly available on Instagram, what differentiates your company, why somebody would switch from, tag board, spread fast, any of those other companies do you speak of?
First of all, because when you're using tag board, for example, you have to get the content tag. And I can show you later on in my platform how much content is not tagged. Maybe you're missing the best pictures. Maybe you have now people like Lauren, which are regular people, who came to your game I don't know how many times, and they're always talking about the team. Just because she doesn't have hashtag her content, you can see that. Maybe it's valuable for you. And beside that, tagboard, I haven't seen any competitor yet, whether it's Hyper, tagboard, FanCam, whatever, that actually provide the real profiles of these people, analyze, ready to use these action items for you. So I think that's a real value. The engagement, seeing it on the stadium on screen, that's cool. But it's nice to have. The real must-have part here is to get to know your friends better, to actually learn from what they're doing, to actually, at the end, push them offers and messages to the public.
So how are you going to customer?
How do we get it? When someone posts a picture, it's public, as you said. And then we go to his profile and see all of his public content. And we analyze it. It's a big data algorithm for finding relevant content.
Thanks, Hassan. What about the competitor you can't see? how worried are you that Facebook Sports coming into the arena, which it's about to, and what kind of problem that pose for you?
You mean Facebook coming to the stadium with what?
Well, I think Facebook Sports is probably on the verge of doing something like this.
So I can't say I'm really concerned because I haven't really seen anything they've done besides having like publicly announcement. I know that there's a product we heard about, I forgot his name, but it involved the guy's name, something Emmanuel from Los Angeles, who was in Entourage. Yeah, exactly. So he's doing this with an Israeli entrepreneur, a big name, Mati Kochavi, and they're doing something not similar but on the same sphere, but they're using beacons to learn about what's happening inside the stadium. The outcome is pretty much similar. We actually went with these guys and kind of like share notes. I can't say I'm really concerned about that because I have to see it happen. I can't be concerned with something I haven't seen. Historically, whenever something like this happened, we knew how to react and we don't start. So we go along the drops and find the right solution to anything. The product you see here is almost 2.5 years of working, iterating with the market, understanding exactly the fit, coming from a mobile app solution, and the question will always be, how do you make people download an app? And at some point we said, hey, okay, we don't want to be a mobile app, so we found a different solution for that. Maybe the problem would be tomorrow that Facebook is doing something further. We'll find different things. By the way, this is why we're keeping information in our servers, to have actual value to the own. Not only the content Instagram produce, the profiles, the Facebook Messenger bot, all the data it produces is stored in ours. It's owned by us. So it's actually give us extra value.
Clear on the visual perspective, what it's providing for your customers, but more from the monetization of the data you're collecting, maybe elaborate a bit more on how you envision when customers monetizing the data that you're capturing.
How do they use it?
Yeah, how would they monetize that data that
So,
you're capturing?
first thing is that we learned with the teams we work on that they have a big gap of knowing the client. So the first thing would be to actually fill the gap about, we can cross-reference things from our data to your data. So if you give me a database of list of clients, we can connect it together and kind of like fill the gap. It's not free monetization instead of doing it right now, but it lets you know better about these people, who are they, what you can offer them, how many times they've been. For example, I can tell you that the person has been X amount of times, and if you see that this X amount of time fits some sort of pattern, you could probably go on offering seasonal tickets, 3 times or something like that. The next generation of actually monetize things really involve the Facebook Messenger bot, because most of the interaction these days, at least that's what we've been even seeing, going into Facebook, going into the Facebook Messenger, because by the way, that's what Facebook is spending so much money on. They want to be a one-stop shop for everything. And by using this bot, whenever someone sends us a message to this bot, let's say we incentivize. We tell everybody in the stadium, send us the message, hi, get 5% discount on the next ticket. Whatever. You choose the incentive. Once you do that, I have an open communication with this person. And when I'm reading this open communication channel on my current data, which is who's the user, what he likes, what he talks about, how many times he's been to games, all that, I can actually let you send messages and specific offers to specific people. Like you can give discounts only to market leaders. You can give seasonal tickets to people who've been a lot, but you can actually push the message to them. I'm actually giving you the channel to push it to them. Just a matter of you're getting at the end, the fan received a button, which just clicks. Buy now. I can show you how it looks. It makes more sense. Maybe I went over it too fast. Suddenly the quickly doesn't work that fast as it seems to work before. Getting there. So this is an example of us sending a message. Obviously it wasn't for the real party on the Facebook Messenger bot, it wasn't ours, yes, but we just send messages to all the clients we segmented as now in Stadia. That's what the title. You can now send them. I chose merchandising because I know that's something which is relatively low in the revenue chain of the team. But it could be tickets, it could be hot dogs if you like. You choose what you want to push. I just give you the challenge.
Last question.
Do you guys currently work with brands or sponsors of the teams? Or not only with the teams themselves?
So in the United States now, it is where we work with both. Yeah. Even by the way, in music, we work with both. With Universal Music and things like that.
Yeah, because it seems like there'd be a lot of value on the brands and the sponsors.
That's one of the monetization things of selling the sponsors, right?
And that is it. You're off the hot seat. Yes.